Back, everybody, to Phoenix Wright.
I'm losing
We're
it.
not done. We're not done, Chad. We are not done.
Oh my goodness!
this.
have
I
to
don't
make
need
a new
sleep.
part.
I need answers.
I need the answer too. That's how I feel. My parents are gonna be like super angry in the morning. They could be like, "You were on. You were
I
all
can tell
up
my family's gonna
all
kill me
morning."
after this, but I don't care. My parents gonna kill me for this, but I don't care.
You're gonna
This, no.
Daddy. You're gonna say, "Daddy Gannon made me do it."
Oh, I see. Son, I
No,
understand.
what? What
Oh
is
well,
happening?
let's get a move on then, guys. Let's get a move on.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble.
Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Oh, I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
Gumshoe is not the time.
Ugh. Guess I'll come back later.
Sorry, I'm sorry, dude. Oh.
Wait, Detective
Wait,
Gumshoe,
what is it?
What is
Come
it?
back. You've got a lot of noise, pal. Make a detective run around all around while I'm duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen half your people at funerals. Why does it sound familiar?
I take it Lana's having you run errands again?
Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Here. She asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial. Is that a children's book?
Evidence law.
Evidence
Edgeworth
law.
was talking about this just the other day.
Oh no. Legal bullshit. Blah, 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 blah. Red text, blah.
Are we at this point now? Link becomes Dark Link. Both Dark Links fighting to get the main boss now.
All right.
Join the dark side.
All right, Ben, come on. I
The
know we all
chief
want to sleep.
prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message.
A message?
She said, if you're planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book. Legal bullshit.
Him. I guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read. Evidence law. Dude, gone are the days of Q-Bot. We're getting the DBC narrator here. Evidence law securely slipped into pocket.
Q-Bot was for a more innocent time when we were kid Gohan. We are now high school Gohan.
It doesn't look like that book will do anything good for now, though.
Yeah, but he took the words right out of my mouth. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence.
Take a look at this real fast.
We're balls to the walls here.
Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
I'm assuming we're going to have to rely on rule number 2 because since he's controlled the police office, I doubt Mr. Gant is honestly going to say it's like, oh, we don't approve of that.
Yeah.
Is that really it? Those are the only 2 laws we get to read? It's
Yep.
not a whole bunch of bullshit?
Guess so.
Well, that's not.
Well, that's a hell of a lot of bullshit then.
That's where you're wrong, detective.
Eh? Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat? Despite all these allegations and horribly made cravats that are all around me being thrown at me. Mr. Edgeworth?
The real trial begins today.
The real trial today hasn't begun yet. What? What else is there left to do? What we've been struggling with for 5 weeks. Your credibility's been all but ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Sky found out she unwittingly caused a man's death. And now you're telling me you want to do more? You've got to be kidding me, pal.
You're missing the point, detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there.
Uh-oh.
What?
Please don't turn this into a 2-part Ender trial again.
And we're going to expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end.
Yeah.
For my boyfriend's sake.
Okay, good. We're back in here.
Thank Jesus.
Orwell will now
Reconvene.
reconvene for this the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
this jury
Committee.
committee is planning to impose
Penalties.
penalties on your actions.
Thank you for the news, Your Honor.
Yes, well. Normally, this is where the prosecutor calls for a witness. But, this isn't easy to say. You see, there's some certain concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have
Struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witnesses?
I did not say that. Just to see, everyone has been talking, and
Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution.
a solution.
That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses.
All the witnesses? What? But there's no predicted for what you are popping. What was your proposing? Proposing.
Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, as I like being on top. But it's also a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
I'll take it.
No objection!
Unbelievable.
Inconceivable!
But at the same time, people could say, "Wait, isn't Edgeworth friends with Mr. Wright?"
No, they're not.
They are, but not in the moment.
Banana.
Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal, so we can at least all go to sleep.
Then it's settled. The defense may now call forth the next witness.
Mr. Wright, you do realize this is your last chance.
If you call the wrong witness,
If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over.
The defense calls. Hold on, I got saved there. All right. I just finally come to bring out the real murderer. Well, we know it's him. Undeniably, he is the guy we're all trying to get out.
Ooh, and this will evoke a penalty.
Daddy Gannon. The defense calls Daddy Gannon to the stand.
Gannon, what does he have to do with anything?
As a defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gannon has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it.
As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to be manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor?
Free. All right.
Bailiff.
All right, bailiff. Please escort Mr. Gannon to the stand. Both links ready to fight Ganondorf.
Okay, here we go. This is the real battle. It was all pre-preparation before this.
Yeah.
Witness, please state your name and occupation. But don't be too hasty. His one health bar may be gone, but he will resurrect it again.
What is this? Some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch.
Your name and occupation, sir.
Worthy, are you sure you want to do this?
Ahem. Your name and occupation. Oof. He's like, oh yeah, try screaming at me harder. That'll definitely help.
You want to play hardball, eh?
Please, Mr. Gannon.
Fine. My name's Damon Gannon.
You know, a little bit. Maybe I'm late to the punch here, but Damon sounds like demon, and he has a cross in his middle.
You know what?
Demon
Just say
Gannon.
Demon Gannon. Just Demon Gannon's better.
Yep.
And it has like an evil eye, somewhat like in the middle, kind of like the symbolism right there.
Evil. Like totally evil.
Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony.
Alrighto, what's with the grim face?
First, let's clear up the SL9 incident.
You mean the time when Lana's sister murdered the prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already.
No.
There's still some things unaccounted for,
Oh, like what?
like the role you played in all of this.
Son, either you're very brave or very foolish.
Both.
You are aware of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
Weapons?
Sure, take my testimony for example. I don't have to give it to you if I don't want to.
What, is that true?
I'm afraid so. The chief of the police has the right to refuse to testify. That's such a bull crap!
Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks.
Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember,
Fuck you, you're not here to hinder our trial, you gaslighting fucker.
if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you.
No, this time we're gonna send you back to your senior Simpson discount for good.
We will send you back to hell.
Very well. The witness may now begin his testimony.
God, George, you sound good when you're reading that. Thank you. I mean that in a respectful way.
3 a.m. and I'm still up.
As I recall,
I am not giving up on this game. I am not.
Neil and I were questioning him all that day. Make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either.
How's my voice coming in, by the way?
Love it.
Your voice is still okay, Captain. Your voice is still okay.
When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery.
That is a lie.
Is that when Dark was arrested?
Well, now I have to question, how would he have known that the body was moved? He was a detective, but it's like, but then why didn't you say anything about it? If you knew it was set up, then why didn't you say anything about it?
Ben, he's a villain. He knows how to play his cards correctly.
I know, but still.
He was lying on the floor unconscious. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seemed dark. It bumped his head.
I see. Everything seems pretty clear-cut.
The police chief has the right to refuse to testify. Then I better hit him hard and fast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Edgeworth
man.
and Phoenix needs to hit him with final blows. Otherwise, this would not go end well.
As I recall,
Wait, Neil and I were questioning that day. We know that. To make a long story short, we slipped up. The power outage didn't help either. What do you mean by slipping up?
Slipping up.
So the two of you ran immediately after him, right?
that's right, but Doc made it to the elevator first. So Neil and I had to split up. He went upstairs, and I went downstairs. Yes, you could say he got lucky.
What's this about a power outage?
Oh, that?
Emma's
Yellow.
testimony.
The elevator stopped all of a sudden. I got the shock of my life.
Wait a minute. That would have stopped the other guy in the elevator too, meaning that
Yeah.
then maybe he went downstairs or did something to sabotage the power.
Well, probably not as shocked as Neil was when that knife went through his heart, though.
That's not funny. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Okay. Could you tell us what you saw?
It was a shocking sight. Neil and that serial killer lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together. Doc was also lying collapsed on the floor. Yes, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out. Next to them were those two poor girls.
Lana and Emma.
Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done.
Apparently she.
Phoenix noticed something.
How could you know that?
Because of the victim's body. It had already been moved.
So that means you found the body near Lana's desk.
That's right. I think you said earlier it was my suit of armor that already stabbed the prosecutor.
Yes.
Anyway,
Phoenix and Edward doesn't feel something right about this.
as you can see, it had nothing to do with the forgery.
That sounds bull crap for
So you're
that.
saying that the forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I can understand how Lana must have felt. Removing a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable, no matter what the circumstances.
Is that how it really went down?
Staring at the witness won't do you any good, Mr. Wright. Stand up straight, know your manners, boy. Stepdaddy is very disappointed in you. If you're going to stare at anything, then stare at me. You should be staring at the court record.
Worthy, always a smooth talker.
Which piece of evidence ties Gann to the forgery? Lana did admit to forging evidence. But that can't be the whole
The
truth.
evidence list. The evidence list. The picture.
Somehow linked Gann to the incident. Yeah, because he was in his office, remember?
Yeah, he hid it in his office, and Edgeworth only said he had half the amount that he normally would have as evidence.
Not to mention when he slipped, the elevator not working anymore. Something's not adding up.
Yeah, because Emma mentioned the power went off when he was in the room. Well,
And well, it was originally what Ben said anyway, so I went with that.
Oh, okay.
You claimed it had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that's a claim you cannot back up.
Explain yourself.
Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this list, for example.
That's the list of Emma Sky drew on her picture.
This was discovered in your desk. Not only that, but a piece of this jar that was sitting in your office was found inside your safe.
It was found where?
You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation.
Chief Gannon, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, he is a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy.
So you admit to it then, that you were involved in the forgery?
Who, me? Or do you mean you?
uh-oh.
Me? Why would I have to do anything with that?
Well, you were the one who stuck it to my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right,
Gaslighting?
Rhino?
Asshole. Objection. However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation.
sympathy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment.
What?
He's throwing everything under the bus.
Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work.
Yes, well, in the light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding the price of evidence found in your office and their
Relation.
Relation.
to fortunately that took place, that scene of the crime.
My. Kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together.
Evidence of forgery. Wow.
Man, this is really interesting. This is really going on.
Let's see, what was it now? A jaw fragment and a list. For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Dog was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I participate in forgery. Rearranging the crime scene would help me out anyway.
Mask off, man.
I mean,
Mr.
Lana could have
Wright.
put them there. She was in that office too.
Yes, Your Honor.
When investigation of the crime scene, should you have been more careful with your obvious protocol?
You know,
Your observing protocol.
this actually feels like a callback to Phoenix when he found the sound plant in the second case with Red, White, Blue. With Red,
Oh
White.
yeah.
You know how he just casually took the evidence from her room,
Mm-hmm.
and he never got called out for it. I feel like this is them kind of like bringing it up. It's like, oh wait a minute, that's actually kind
This
of
is calling
illegal.
out. This is calling back to all 3 cases.
Yeah.
So, do you understand that I am the chief of police, right? There will be consequences.
What was
No.
that about? If Phoenix loses, he'll still have a job.
Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again.
I apologize, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well,
My birthday.
All right, Edgy. In return, though,
I know. The place, right.
Huh? What are these guys, telepathic?
No, they're talking about swimming, obviously. In speedos.
Cross-examination.
For all I know, you could have planted that and then in my office, man. That's so messed up. I'd appreciate it if you stop making these ridiculous allegations.
yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that.
Ouch.
I'll have you know, back in the day, I once broke into a cattle ranch and tipped.
Damn.
Mr.
He fell
Wright,
for that
what are you
bait.
saying?
Anyway, you can't prove you didn't carry it in the evidence, can you? If you have proof to the contrary, you're going to need it later.
Later, what are you talking about?
What else? I'm talking about when right old prints are found. Yes, if they're found inside my safe, they would prove his investigation was illegal.
Yeah, I never faced anyone as slimy as this guy.
And we had to face Edgeworth.
Yeah. Well, we had to face, why am I spacing on his name?
Frieza.
Lord
Lord
Frieza.
Frieza.
Yes. Yeah, Lord Frieza. Yeah.
Anyway,
No.
Hold on. Was Lord Frieza one of our struggles to do that on that was Velcomer was our toughest one before him now?
Yeah.
This guy is the perfect cell to Lord Frieza.
Yes, Lord Frieza was the final boss of the base game. This is the extra final boss.
This is Cell. He is Cell. He's an amalgamation of all the slimy.
Yep.
It's just wrong.
What do you mean by that?
this is all purely hypothetical, of course. But suppose I did place those items in my safe. Since such act would it necessarily constitute forgery?
If concealing evidence found at the crime scene is a forgery,
I'm not through speaking yet, boy. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered.
if they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. Are you saying the jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation?
It would appear not. After all, it wasn't listed in the evidence list. For all we know, it could have suddenly materialized the day after Dark was sentenced.
Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient?
Right. The chief is talking about a possibility. So long as you can't rule that out, your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time. Concrete evidence, Mr. Wright.
Something tells me I
Concrete.
don't know.
Come on, Righto. Think about it.
He is leading him along so hard.
How can you look at me in the eye and say that?
Because I'm innocent. Remember, who was it that murdered Neil?
I am not sure I care of the word murder here.
He is twisting this language
But
up.
in the end, the person responsible of Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Scott.
Well, now do you see?
Rearranging the crime scene would help me. Okay. Really, Chief Gant? At the very least, there is one large benefit you're free from all this.
Oh, I wasn't aware of. What is this benefit?
Lana Scott would be in trouble.
That would, of course, be the position you have, Chief of Police.
Oh?
The resolution of SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That itself is sufficient enough for motive.
Oh, that's a good one.
Huh?
You really think I'm that incompetent?
What do you mean?
Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little.
Is that true, Edgeworth?
Yeah.
Yes, he was going to be made chief anyway.
Ugh.
Be careful when pointing the finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at.
Oh no! Stop stealing my lines. So
Well,
that
that
means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. For Lana, and Lana would have to owe him a favor, and she would be his pawn.
Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There's only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I.
Yeah, you've proven that just fine.
There, it's out in the open now. Gee, would you mind if I change my testimony a little?
But all that, by all means, please do.
I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me.
Nothing in it for you, huh?
Sorry, but the only person I truly care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you better think again.
You're right.
Sorry about that. You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone.
Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised.
You're so self-righteous bastard. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though.
Oh, that's a good one, Worthy. Better write that down.
There had been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? Given his
He had
Point
a
out.
You could have had someone in the prosecution service basically bail him out whenever he needed to.
True, you might not help out for anyone else's sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone.
Mr. Wright, it appears you're possibly determined to
Portray.
portray the chief as a nice man who likes to leave people in a hand.
That's not what I mean.
Not what I mean. Very well then. Who is the person you believe Grand Chief may have helped afford evidence?
Her, correct? I think we're all in agreement for this one.
Should we say first?
I can't say, but either way, it's only going to penalize us once.
Yeah, it's got to be them, because why else would he kill Goodman? It's got to be Lana.
For her to prosecute Lana Sky, the defendant?
I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Sky fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? And as for Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. The reason, of course, is self-profit.
Self-profit? What do you mean?
After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Sky was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was none other than Daddy Gant.
But how would he prove from all this?
The chessboard. The pawn. He would be able to use the chief prosecutor, as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations.
You mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? Oh, wait. You must mean puppets, as in someone forced with...
Just cuts him off. Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Sky in forging evidence. Your motive to appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her.
Right on, my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something.
Let me say it first.
Yes, let's say first.
What?
Do you have any proof of this? That I control Lana? For example, does Lana testify that I've done such a thing?
Lana. She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant.
I'm afraid without any proof, this of all moment amounts of nothing more than means a
Conjecture.
conjecture.
Unless that is also what happened in this incident.
The incident, which one would it be? Would that be?
Of course, I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman.
Man, dude, this case is like flip-flopping between the past, the present, the past, the present.
This guy is a fucking kingpin. This guy's the kingpin of the Phoenix Wright-verse.
I swear.
He's manipulating it all from the back and the front. Dude is in control.
Yeah, he is. No, I swear. This is what I said. Chief Gunn is actually Gannon. And he's manipulating both Zeldas while Links are fighting each other, realizing none of them supposed to be fighting their true villain.
What if we actually just have Ganondorf just take on the disguise of Daemon Gant from the game, and it's like, you're actually evil, and it's like, no, I'm actually Ganondorf. It's like, that's actually very brilliant, despite the fact that both characters are completely different, but you know what? They sound similar.
Yeah, because the way that we
Demon
saw
Gannon.
look, I swear, the way that he did to Phoenix is like it's like he did a down smash, a down smash.
The spike attack
Yeah.
from midair.
Yeah, hitting him very hard to the point that he lost his shield.
Oh, he can smash me.
Bro,
Alright,
calm
Edgeworth.
yourself down.
Edgeworth, go.
Oh, I'm definitely edging. No. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her.
Worthy, you better watch your tone. I wouldn't want you to get hurt.
Ooh, that's a threat.
Just what do you mean?
Ooh,
What
we're
he means, Your
prodding the
Honor,
tiger.
is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement.
What? Order. I said order. That's all right. You can't be serious.
Huh?
This is in the front of the highest ranked officer in our
Enforcement
enforcement
Agency.
agency.
identity to accuse the chief of police of blackmail and a murder. Impossible.
Fuck it all! See, like the. Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language.
No.
Mm. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now. We are going all in, balls deep.
All right, Edgeworth, let's go to hell together.
Both links will agree together. Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? That the chief of the highest ranking officer of the law is involved of this murder?
It's literally in his title. Like he said, he has access to all the murders.
Good
question.
No, okay.
Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gannon Daddy is just a daddy.
Good, I was hoping you'd go there.
The question is he a criminal daddy? I believe the evidence will tell. Pimp daddy.
I see. All right then.
How much more is there?
Let's see. What more got? And it better be good. Show us the evidence that ties Mr. Gannon, the Chief Gannon, to be the murderer of Detective Goodman.
It can't be the handprint on the cloth because that's Emma's handprint. Don't think that needs to count.
The deal's mine.
That's from the old case. We're talking about Goodman. We're talking about the recent one.
Wait a minute. You know what we haven't seen in a while?
The
What?
evidence locker?
This.
Yes, we proved it. The combination.
This is the ID card list.
Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list who couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7.
That was the right amount of sevens.
Sorry, but there's no way you could prove that's my card number.
Just give us your card.
It's your number.
What? How did you know that?
The safe.
The safe in the Chief Gant's
Yes.
office requires a code to open up. A 7-digit code.
7 digits. You don't mean.
No, I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was exactly that amount of sevens. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Oh, Phoenix just did a down smash against him now.
Yeah, but that's just the first blow. We got to keep on going. We got to keep up this combo.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Order. Chief Grant, what do you have to say?
I just want to say I got a point on that one.
Definitely.
Nothing. And the first search of my office was a violation of regulations.
Oh, don't you dare try to change that subject.
Edgeworth is throwing him under the bus. And I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But that'll have to wait till tomorrow. There we are. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card.
Oh, Edward did a dash attack. Chief Gant, so you admit it. You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime?
What about it? I'm chief of police, whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom. What's the difference? I could go anywhere I want.
Tell me,
Come on.
when you entered the room, were you alone?
I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room.
TMI, bro. TMI.
Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he?
Of course not. Why would he be?
Unless he went in that room and stayed the entire time.
No, maybe well, is it possible he was actively killed there and then taken to the car that Edgeworth brought in? Because remember, Gant called him down to the police station and then he went back to his office. And at that point, the body was there and then Lana came and stabbed the body again and stowed the other knife away. So maybe Goodman was already killed, but already moved by the time when Meekins and the fake Goodman came in, other Marshall.
Of course not. Why would he be? I haven't seen him in days.
That's a lie.
You hadn't seen him in days, Chief Gant. I'm afraid you just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean? This trial
Purpose.
purpose is to defend Lana's Sky's guilt.
Determined.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Yeah, okay.
Objection. No, it isn't, Your Honor.
No, it.
This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. Now Gant says, you can't handle the truth. If Chief Gannon Daddy met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting?
In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Show us the proof that the victim went Mr. Chief.
The ID sheet again? Wouldn't it have shown that Goodman went in there after Gant?
It was Miles. No, remember.
And that was the fake Goodman, so there was something else. Let's see, there was that awards ceremony, but that's all I can remember on that day. There was the awards ceremony, the evidence, the screwdriver, but that was given to Edgeworth.
Wait,
not to
Goodman's
him.
lost report.
Half-written can only be submitted to the chief of police.
Yeah, that's an interesting detail.
Submitted
Wait,
to.
did we save?
I haven't saved yet, but again, we still have leeway.
Yeah.
We have so much things in our evidence. We have too many things.
A lot of it that's not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
You know what? SL9, you wrote that on a crumpled piece of paper. But you know what? This is the only thing that explicitly says can only be submitted to the chief of police. What if he was on his way there and he didn't get a chance to finish it?
Or maybe he gave it to Gannon, but Gannon never truly submitted it because it had to be submitted by the hand of the chief of police. So he handed it off in a private meeting.
Oh my goodness! They give a point to George. Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime.
Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it.
So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have to give that report to the chief of police. There we go, man.
Take that, you slimy, gaslighting piece of shit.
Super smash attack.
Yet
You know
you're
what?
in
I
possession of the report.
I bet
Which
your
means-
beard isn't real either.
Which means you can't be sure if he filled it.
No. He filled it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter
Filed.
the evidence room that day.
He need to?
Yes, to transfer the evidence out.
Oh,
Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room.
So there was an actual murder in that room.
I accompanied him.
Yes, there's no other way the murderer Detective Goodman could have entered the room.
Ooh, he's already calling you a murderer.
Hold on, let me guess what you're going to say next.
Do not play JoJo's mind trick.
I, the chief of police, murdered poor Goodman.
Exactly.
exactly. But wait, the chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room, but he could have just let him his ID card.
Judge, what are you saying?
Yes. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of that sort.
Objection, motherfucker! Objection!
Objection. Sorry, but that's not possible. Ahem. According to the record, your card was only used once.
One.
Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his dead body.
Oh, I could only imagine his excuse is that he made another one.
Yeah, but they would have mentioned if it was a destroyed card.
Oh man.
Oh no. We glanced his second form, his second stage.
Chief, you didn't.
Murder was most likely a spur of the moment crime for one in the right mind.
We need to kill the blow. We need the final blow.
Who?
It's not the final blow yet. We're just making him angry. He's gonna do a Hail Mary and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be like, what the hell?
Edgeworth just managed to stab in the back, but it wasn't enough.
After the murder,
Oh, yeah.
he contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course.
Objection. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright. That the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office's parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? With your car, Edgeworth.
I was at the police department the entire day, you know.
And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony.
Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal.
Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it?
No.
Take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office? I don't think so.
Daddy Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. All this time, I thought it was a useless clue, just taking up space.
Screwdriver! Screwdriver!
How could the chief have moved the body?
He's a big guy.
That's
I'm pretty
right.
sure he could have.
Show us the evidence.
The screwdriver.
To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used this.
It's got to be the screwdriver. Because because he called. The screwdriver was given to Edgeworth. He called Edgeworth down to pick up the screwdriver, and Edgeworth went into the evidence room to pick it up.
And he could have just slipped out.
Yeah, by Gant's request, it says. It's right there. Brought back to his office by Gant's request. From a past case of Edgeworth. Gant literally called Edgeworth down there, and he was found in his car.
This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body.
What is this? A screwdriver?
It sounds ridiculous. It does, but it's like, no, it's been sitting there.
Give
The
that
blue
point to Ben.
screwdriver.
Give that point to Ben. Dude, we were just like racking up points, man. We were just racking up points, bro.
I am so mad at this gaslighting asshole. I'm using every bit of my brain power for this.
Dude, it's only 4 o'clock on my time now, and I'm still full of energy for this. Put this man on a coffin, tie him up in the ocean, and let him buried to the ground.
I was gonna say crucify this piece of shit.
Well, you know the funny thing is, George actually has passed out like at the 12 o'clock mark at my time. It's like 1:41 for me right now.
It's almost 3 a.m. for me.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh, please, this is not the worst.
I'm almost getting to 4 a.m. And I don't care. Let's bury this motherfucker to the ground.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
But what does that have to do with this case?
I'm gonna say, despite the fact that Explodes has a different further time situation, I'm gonna add him in this one. This is like a true testament to our friendship here that we're here doing this at this time. Such
No amount of sun or darkness or lack of booby little prosecutors will ever stop us from enjoying this game.
I love this game. I love it.
yeah. Just since we're gonna be doing all these in order, George, please don't look ahead of the game, please. That would ruin it. just letting you know. Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. What is this screwdriver doing here?
It's here because...
Flashback. Flashback.
Blah, 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 screwdriver, blah.
He discovered that he used him more at the beginning, and he used him again.
After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office.
But you did, because Chief Gant asked you to.
You mean
The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that very car.
Detective Goodman's body was carried to the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car?
Yes, unless of course you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport the evidence from a closed case?
Yes, bro.
There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Sky.
he's not losing himself. He has some measured control.
Yes, Justice is happening. There's no room of
Rebuttal.
rebuttal of the defense
Outrageous.
outrageous
Accusations.
accusation. God, I'm losing my brain.
Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite.
Yep. It is the photo of the body being taken from the trunk.
Chief Gannon, please say something.
I believe your time's up.
my time up?
Uh-oh, he's about to go into his second form.
Sorry, Righto, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We have to get going if we're gonna make the time for the early bird special.
Are you?
But the cross-examination isn't finished yet.
Remember what I told you earlier? The police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal,
You're gonna have to cancel your
Weapons?
appointment.
like the right to refuse service to anyone. I'm invoking that right now.
What? That is not right to be purely invoked.
Casually invoked.
Casually invoked. There are certain risks to be concerned.
Yeah, like changing your testimony.
Objection. So you're going to just run away after all of this?
Oh, he's attacking his pride.
Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right? If you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now.
Well,
You think I had law to dispose of the body? So, show your proof and get it over with.
I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. The demon Gannon in the crowd of the current chief of the police. This court will not thwart any
Accusations.
accusation against him without considering proof.
concrete.
Concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright,
Your Honor?
do you have a contradiction proof?
Concrete.
Proof.
Okay, here it is.
Proof of the chief Gannon murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Guy dispose of his body.
All right, what haven't we used? What haven't we used? What haven't we used? What haven't we used?
Do I have any concrete proof? Can't let him just squirm his way out of this one.
No, we're not.
Gotta
We're
keep the
putting him
pressure
to the
on.
ground.
Yes, Your Honor. I do have such evidence.
Then please hurry and present it. Just remember, it's better to prove Chief Gannon murder of Detective Goodman
The
beyond
gloves?
the shadows of doubt.
Remember, the gloves that were found in Goodman's thing, the safe was still open, which means if he went to the evidence room, Goodman never closed it because Gannon killed him before he could close it. But he probably did so with those gloves, potentially.
Extremely thin rubber glove.
And they're from the SL9 thing. And who had access to SL9 stuff? It was Goodman.
By the way,
Wasn't
you know,
it?
you know what? There'd be a really sick thing if, like, what if we're in a situation like this and he could one-shot you? Like, if you guessed wrong, it'd be game over.
Oh,
Oh,
a bigger penalty?
Yeah, like a fatal penalty or something. Okay, let's think about this.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with any of the old stuff. It's about the Goodman stuff. So not the vase, not the drawings, not the picture of the case trophy. Definitely not that, because we discovered that's Marshall's.
found in. Hold on, let me read that hand. Found the Chief Gannon's safe. Evidence that for something, but what? Beans and bears of
Emma's
prints.
But I'm assuming that has to do with the old case with Marshall's brother, not Goodman.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the safe? Did we ever just put forth? I mean, we have actually put forth the safe, have we?
Only assigned detective prints. Indicator lamps light up when it's open. Tagged evidence from the SL9 incident. Extremely thin rubber glove.
And it's not the map layout, it's not the picture of the garage, it's none of the actual photographs. It's not our evidence gathering stuff, and it can't be the murder weapon. The knife. She hid the knife afterwards. She saw the knife in Goodman. The knife she hid. The broken tip.
Remember, she hid that knife and then stabbed him with the other knife.
And she said
That was
muffler.
evidence. Yeah, that was evidence. Small tag attached. That was the S thing, and that's the one that was found there. I'm betting it's the knife. Maybe.
Think it's a knife?
Yeah.
I mean, it says found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. And this is proof that not only drags Lana into this, but showing that he controlled her. And it's, it could be. That's my.
Not to mention, after that, Lana decided to stab Detective Goodman again. Detective Goodman again in the same spot.
Yeah. With Edgeworth's knife, but it can't be Edgeworth's knife as proof. That's already found in his car. That's beyond proof. It has to be this because it's evidence. It's evidence that he went into the locker room, stabbed him, and then when it was found at the crime scene, it's because it was dragged there in the car after the car was parked, and then Lana, knowing the knife was there, decided to hide it, and it was found. It has to be the knife. The first bit of the first evidence.
First weapon.
You know,
Yeah.
I had a bad feeling here, but I looked this up. It says right here, Gant then decides to take a break. Remember, as the chief of police, Gant has authority to refuse testimony. He can leave the courthouse unless you have concrete proof. You have a choice. Choose. I have no proof yet. Gant leaves, and the judge penalizes you for accusing the chief of murder. Or the judge can do so. Edgeworth objects. You have the authority to call up a witness. So then, given the choice, wait, what? You have to take the L?
Oh, I mean,
No, I'm not. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
It says, furthermore, the photo Angel Star presented the first day of trial. Wait. Okay. Hold on, I'm reading this. On the day of the crime, Gant told Edgeworth to take the screwdriver. Goodman's body was found in the trunk. Furthermore,
Yeah.
okay. Gant then decides to take a break. Remember, as the chief of police, Gant has the authority to refuse testimony. He has to leave the courthouse unless you have concrete proof. You have a choice. Choose. I have no proof yet. Gant then leaves, and the judge penalizes you for accusing the chief of murder. Before the judge can do so, however, Edgeworth objects, saying that there is something else that could testify. Oh, so we have to take the L on this one.
oh.
No.
Well, I mean,
What a weird way of doing that. So I'm just gonna what was your best guess? Because I was looking up where you guys were talking.
The knife.
yeah, I was gonna say the knife.
Good.
So,
But I mean, the music did stop.
what exactly is this evidence?
It's proof as to whether or not it's enough to demonstrate the chief's guilt. I'll let you be the judge.
But I am the judge.
All right. Well, what do you think, Your Honor?
Well, I think, Mr. Wright, I'm not going to be late for my lunch.
Guess it wasn't enough. Please, Your Honor, give me a little longer to consider.
I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Demon Gannon. Let's get this because I already read this before.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the proper term is what a way to cut your run. By
What a
thinking that
twist!
Yeah.
Subvert expectations.
No use showing evidence. I'm not even sure myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence.
COG.
In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for this
Allegations. Penalize you for your allegations.
penalize you for your accusation against the chief.
What?
Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, right-o? It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Oji. I'll leave the rest to you.
I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is unfortunate.
An affront.
An affront of senator,
Senior.
officer, and your nature,
Nations.
nation's law, if
Enforcement.
enforcement led agent, my God,
What?
Objection. Lady Luck, Maybe we should have a word with her.
Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean?
There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. The very first witness. We haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony.
A lady who knows the truth? Another witness.
In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony.
But Chief Gannon has invoked his right to refuse to testify.
There's still someone else, one more witness, who can answer all the questions. The questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room. I mean, that would be Lana then.
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person?
Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the only one calling witnesses today.
Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist?
She may not be willing to tell the truth. You can't
It
just
has
stop
to be Lana
now.
then.
Yes, Your Honor. Defense calls forth.
It's gotta be.
The defendant, Miss Lana Sakai?
She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 on February 21st. Her task to dispose of the victim's body in accordance with someone's orders.
Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor.
Very well. The court will now take the final recess for today. For the day. A 15 will
Reconvene.
reconvene to hear the defense testimony. This court is now. Hold on. Huh? Oh, so you won one more round.
He's like, oh, there's no need to call on her, you know.
So you want to do in person now.
George, that's you.
Because he's a little bitch.
Chief Gann, I thought you were going to eat.
This is good, Lana.
He's talking to Lana.
I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences.
Hell.
That is a veiled threat.
That's right.
H-L double
Your
house.
sister will be found guilty for Neil Marsh's murder.
Oh, you're
This is
crossing that line.
Of course, you never support such outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to
He's
think
gaslit
about.
her for so long.
All right then.
Toxic boyfriend material here.
I've got to go to lunch. I've got a lunch date to meet.
This motherfucker. This damn old man senior.
Really? We're just on that flight, Judge? Really?
Okay. If there's ain't my further objection, this court is now in recess.
Oh my goodness.
Going.
Looks like we managed to stay in the game.
Dab me up, Edgeworth. Ugh.
Yeah. You know what? No. Let's go into this clip. I'm going to the Discord chat. Ben, Captain, hold on.
Yeah, thanks to
Where's
your
the-
help,
where's-
Edgeworth.
That chief. He's something else, eh, pals?
Blood. Ben,
Detective
look
Gumshoe.
at the chat.
I'm confused. What's George asking me?
The chat.
No, I think the better thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I think the better thing would be hold on. Go ahead
Okay,
and sit.
thanks for that. I'm not a detective anymore.
Man, we're about to lose. We're going to lose him.
He's not gonna
Yeah.
die. He's gonna be promoted. He'll be the chief of police.
Let's hope so, Ben. Let's hope so for our dummy friend.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
Don't worry. I've already decided where to work now. At your office.
My office.
Sure. I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with.
What do you mean? Maya? Oh man, I completely forgot about her.
She's not gonna be happy about that. She's not gonna like being replaced by this guy. Still, looks like we're all... Looks like all it proves now. Chief Gannon Daddy's done it again. How is he always... How is it he always gets the upper hand? It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify. There should be a
that's-
law against that. Settle down, right? Remember what the judge said?
But Chief, there is not a right to be currently invoked. Also, Ben, look at that. Look at the chat.
I see it.
And there's the risk.
Risks? What do you mean by that?
It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true.
You mean he forges his rights to say anything too? Emma!
Oh, thank God she's okay.
Emma, we missed you. We missed you. Oh, please don't leave us again, even though
Yeah.
you're just dumb. Please don't leave us.
Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery. So she heard everything that's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before. No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost felt somehow relieved. Relieved? Yeah. Now I finally know what really happened. I think all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. And she did it all just to protect me.
Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed.
Captain,
Perhaps it was easier that way for her.
Captain, look in the chat.
I do.
What do you mean?
I'm crying for Emma.
What do you think I
I'll
mean?
say this. I missed her.
To follow Chief Gannon Daddy's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside. To force herself to do anything and everything the chief told her to do. Such a dirty bastard.
That must be why she became so cold.
Sounds like he physically abused her then.
Yeah.
It was all my
I
fault.
wouldn't doubt it at this point.
It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall.
Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal. Yeah, and authoritarian. Let's go, anarchists.
Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor. I see.
Well, we better get back. It's time for the final act, and I'm bringing the popcorn, baby.
Emma, why don't you wait here? No, I'm going with you. You know, at this point, we're just gonna be okay with the fact that Lana is gonna be thrown in the book with everything else except murder. That's literally what we're playing for now.
Although, you know what? Considering she's going to testify against her boss to all of this, and knowing that she was an accessory kind of against her will, I'm betting she'll actually get a lighter sentence. She'll still have to go to jail, and maybe Emma will go there with her.
But we're still getting paid.
We're getting paid to put the bad guys in prison.
And finally pay our rent. because our rent's overdue.
Well,
Maya,
like
come
this,
back.
Like seriously, we forgot. Seriously, we didn't do any jobs, and our rent's overdue. It costs like $10 now. We
Let's
barely
go,
even used
right.
anything.
As some idiot that does my voice said so, it's time to end this.
And that is us.
Don't worry, as they say, only the strongest finish strong.